So the leaves are out on the trees, and the gorge is full of water, and the babies are in the nest, and we're going to go on the other side of the bridge quickly and show you the valley here and the water coming down. Quite a tumult down there. Down there is where the O's are, to the left of the lake. And you all have seen this before, but it's quickly changed over this last week in terms of all the leafing out that's going on. All right. So what we discovered is... Okay.
It's so cute. My Lord, the one standing up.
The little ducklings are... Oh my, look at those feathers. So this is what the Karel babies will look like in 8 days.
Whoa, that's serious big feet. Oh my Lord.
Got some fresh greenery in there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright, so I've not had looks for mom or dad yet, exactly. Probably hiding in those pine trees again.
Yeah.
They're doing well after all that rain.
Yeah. My gosh. Ooh, look at that little tail. They got their little bands. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Look at that. Oh.
Careful, Karel. Oh, this way is nerve-wracking. I don't know how I can do this. Oh my God.
Yeah. That greenery is pretty much the edge of the nest there. I have no idea. This is just amazing to me.
Hey, how are you? Good. Do you see their little tail?
That is amazing. Stay in the nest.
Okay.
Whatever you do.
Oh,
Those are giant feet.
Yes.
I hope they have it built into their...
I wish they had a better baby gates. This nest makes me nervous.
Yeah.
You too, see ya. Oh God. Where does mom even sit now to feed them?
Good question. This one's charging the phone. Look at that. Look at those kids. Very curious about what's going on below. There's no buses, it's just river.
Look at that tail. Man, good picture.
Yeah. One's flopped. These are good little chickens.
Maybe there's a squirrel in there with them.
Oh yeah?
Maybe these guys learned to feed themselves sooner. There's no room for mom or dad to do it.
Exactly.
Okay, can't we like send the rock climbers over there and
Put some baby gates?
platform? Oh my
I love the one that's just sort of lying down with his head on its side and kind of looking at his sibling.
Why don't she ever nest down there?
Where?
Down lower, there, where all that greenery is.
Well, that would be a better place.
You're not gonna get an animal.
Yeah, it would be a good place, and there would be some little branches for the kids to, like right below that nest, where that stump is. She could build it there. Yeah, it would be safe from predators there too. That's for sure.
Maybe it's too slopey.
I can't imagine that what she's got that nest built on now is all that great, to be honest with you. I don't know how she actually got that nest built. I mean, unless she jammed some sticks into the cliffside, you know, to get a starter thing going. Look at those kids. Well, that's what the E's are going to look like in 8 days. Beautiful rim of feathers around the edge of the wings, and the tails are just beautiful and gorgeous. What do you got there, Chippy?
Oh God, they are eating it themselves. They're trying.
Yeah, working at it.
Maybe they learn to feed each other, help each other.
Good question. It's a lot of work there. Are you going for the meat or just the fur?
Anything will work. Look at 'em. Kind of cute. They're working together.
Yeah, they both got their paws
Oh, yes.
on the
Yeah, talons.
talons on there. Look at those guys. It's so tiny from here.
Oh, it's very interesting to see.
Don't fall over, please. This is giving Boggett a heart attack. be a better idea of.
I don't think these guys are going to fledge in a week. So these guys are probably going to fledge in maybe 2 weeks and BREZ in 3.
Well, these guys will fledge 8 days sooner than the E's. So I'm predicting that the E's are going to be fledging between the, probably into the second week, more likely, than between the first and second. I'm thinking they're going to be into the second week of June. So figure 8 days, these guys may be beginning of June.
So that's what I mean. 2
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah, that's remarkable. Are you serious? No way. I'm having a hard time imagining that. These chickens aren't going to be ready to fledge in 2 weeks.
Curious to see what other people.
Wow.
So what is it?
Today's the
March
17th.
19th?
Well,
That's when the first E was hatched?
well, let's get the phone out and look at the calendar.
They are, Karel. They're kind of working together.
Yeah. Talk to them.
Incredible. Can't you zoom in more? Are you zoomed in all the way? Wow, look at that, guys. Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, they could be fledging from 2 to 2.5 weeks from now. 1 to 14 days, 15, 16, let's say 17 days from now.
Hey, 17 days from now, huh? Uh-oh. Karel, the
Where?
one, yeah.
Is he eating?
Yeah. Weirdo. Yeah, he's eating.
Is he? You
Yeah.
got some red,
Yeah.
fresh meat there? What's
Yeah,
the other one doing?
Wow, these guys are really, I think,
They're pretty independent.
yeah. They get pushed ahead, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I don't, right?
They don't know where the parents are.
Well, I don't know where they fit. Oh, they're around somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure they are.
I'll go look down across the road.
So it's exactly noon right now on the 17th, and a week after Mother's Day, and the kids are alone in the nest here at Cliff Hawk's, and they are kind of helping each other out, eating. They both got their talons on what looks like it's probably a chipmunk, and feeding themselves. They are 8 days ahead of the Cornell E's, and they have beautiful tails, not very long, but beautifully marked. Ready, and they've got some of the feathers coming in along the edges of their wings, and they're huge. They got big feet, and they're doing the...
It's going to be almost impossible to find those parents now.
Because of the leaves?
Yeah.
I know, the leaves aren't even fully out, and it's already enough to hide everything.
Yeah, it's going to give them some serious hiding.
So nobody downriver from the bridge?
Not that I can see.
Yeah.
A lot of the visibility is blocked now with
Yeah.
leaves. You can't see as far.
Well, we're getting a little bit of sunlight starting to come out on the kids here. It's interesting how their coloration right now, they blend into the cliff, into the shale. Yeah, that one just loves to...
That's a...
Yeah.
The other one's cleaning his tail.
The other one just booped him. Well,
Here we go.
are you going to share or are you not going to share? I love the way they sit on their knees. That is just adorable.
Boy, isn't that beautiful? Gorgeous.
We've got the Winston Churchill pose. A little swallow?
Yeah, I think they're a swallow, but I think they're the barn swallow,
Could be.
like the ones they had down at the lake.
Yeah. They don't have as long a tail or wings as the tree swallows.
Yeah, it doesn't seem
So I'm guessing Mom and Dad are like right here nearby somewhere. One of the photographs that young lady showed us. Yeah.
they're little cantaloupes and they're
Yeah. All right, guys, show us your tails again. That was beautiful when they first got here.
They just love the trees, don't they?
Yeah.
You know, I love watching the bees will be preening themselves, and EZ or BR will insist on helping them. You
Yeah.
know?
But Mom, it's okay. Leave
I
us
can
alone.
do it.
Yeah, Easy especially loves to preen the kids, doesn't he? So on the 25th, think about it this way, folks. On the 25th of May, this is what the Cornell E's will look like.
They are adorable.
Yeah,
It's like they have little pajamas on.
yeah. So that one that's standing there is probably, I would say, 8 or 9 inches tall. It's hard to focus in on fluff balls.
They are beautiful.
Yeah. And we'll have to try to get up to the west side hawk nest also, because I was telling Baguette that I think that actually the view I found of the nest will not be blocked by the leafing out. So we should be able to occasionally get up and see those guys. And the sun's coming out a little bit again. Fortunately, they're shaded there a little bit, which is really nice. They don't get full sun until in the afternoon. They got some fresh greenery in the nest, which basically marks the boundaries of the nest cut. Give you an idea of what is going on there. Yeah, no, I zoomed out just now so people could see. But there's really not all that. I mean, it's hard for us to tell just how much of this nest is flat, and I use the word guardedly. But I'm assuming that basically where the greenery is, that's essentially the flat part of the nest. So chickens walking up to the edge of the greenery makes it
hard to breathe.
Kind of takes your breath away, right? A little bit.
Not a bit.
But I don't know if number 2 has gotten any of that chippy.
I don't think so. Were those TVs that were here when we first got here?
I don't know.
2 TVs circling?
Probably. I didn't notice them. I was up with the van. Right.
Oh, it's working on the chippy again. Oh.
Yeah. Number 1.
Yeah. I wonder if you'll feed the sibling, kind of like Robin was feeding, Stevie.
Yeah.
You might see different things, right, happen here that aren't, quote, documented just based on this location and how this nest is.
Yeah, how they have to manage for themselves. There's a lot of water coming through here.
And it's not pretty one.
Well, it's pretty in its own way, but
Not for no.
well, the skies are clear of threats to the nest, so I think Mom and Dad are gonna, as long as the kids are able to thermoregulate and manage themselves a little bit here, then I think Mom and Dad are gonna leave them alone, because it just frankly isn't a whole lot more room for Mom and Dad in this nest. Other than showing up with some food and maybe
I wonder if
putting a lid on these kids at night.
you think mom or dad comes and spends the night.
Yeah, I'm thinking that they probably come and put a lid on them at night. But the beautiful little swallows are flying right over us. All right, you watch these kids for a little bit. I'm going to go check down the gorge again.
My binocs?
Okay.
Karel, I'm not sure that battery's charging. Is the battery charging? Look at you guys. Oh, Lord. Oops. Sorry. Oh my God! I didn't look up high enough.
All right, hang on. They're both up in the snag. So mom and dad are up on the snag at the end of the bridge, and we saw that a few minutes ago, and then we lost connectivity, and now we have some connectivity here, and we're back to looking at the two chicklets in the nest. And while we were watching the parents up on the snag, Boggett said the chicklet number 2 got a chance to eat a little bit of the chippy there in the nest. So it looks like they both have self-fed themselves. These kids are 8 days ahead of the Cornell E's. So this is what the E's will look somewhat like on the 25th of May. These guys will probably be fledging the first few days of May, and figure whatever it is, the best guess on the Cornell Hawks, these guys are going to be 8 days ahead of that. The nest boundary is pretty much the outer edge of that greenery there, and I guess mom or dad brought in some greenery after the storm, kind of the way that BR and Easy brought it in after the rain. Keep the insect population down, keep things nice and tidy and fresh. The nest is clear of debris as far as like dead things. There's just a little bit of looks like a little bit of chippy there. And these guys with their wing flapping, their big feet and everything, and are gonna need all of the square footage they can use. So it'll be interesting to see what mom and dad do during the day. They may land on the outer boundaries of the nest like they typically do, even when there was somebody brooding or keeping the kids safe. The other RTH would land kind of on the outer boundary of the nest, not the flat part, but the sloped area. So I suspect that it'd be interesting to know whether or not the adults actually come and put a lid on these kids over the night. I suspect they do. So that's probably, I'm guessing the parents spend as little time here on the nest as they can, given the geometry of the situation here. Anyway, these kids are absolutely stunning, and quite beautiful. And I got to stay out of the way of the camera here a little bit, so that keep wherever the cell tower is around here, keep it line of sight here more or less. And looks like the male has left the snag, and the larger female that was down below is still there. I'm not sure where he's gone. There's beautiful to see the two of them. Most of the time we were here this morning, we didn't have the adults in sight, and then about 15 minutes ago we noticed them up on the snag. There's quite a pose there with the youngster on the left. Okay, that's in better focus, I guess. Hard for me to tell, sorry. It's hard to believe that these guys will be fledging in 2.5 weeks. Seems like it should be longer. Very strong. So we're going to stay here another 5 minutes or so, and we will then go and... Oh, Dad's flying right over us. And unless he stops to circle, I'm going to stay on the kid, and he's going to... Yep. Disappeared pretty quick there. He may actually have landed in a tree on the north side of the gorge downstream from us. I'm going to leave you guys to watch the kids for a second, and I'm going to go have a look. Okay, I don't see the adult, and that was actually probably Mom, because she's no longer up on the snag. So that bird flew directly north on the downstream side of the bridge over the north edge of the gorge. So these kids have tidied up their nest as far as food. I think I'm not sure how much of that chippy is left. And they're both very beautiful.